So Cody did it, bruh. He did it, bruh. He did it. He finished the story. What you think about it? For real, whole time. Like, it's still hard to believe that Roman Reigns' title reign is actually over, bruh.
The main thing I took away from it was the storytelling of the match. It's just like everything over the years like that happened within the story and what happened before this whole tribal chief thing that happened. The whole Shield thing with Seth Rollins coming back.
He told they left little nuggets on the way to WrestleMania too about him saying stuff like he'll be his Shield. And overall, it's a great show, man. WrestleMania as a whole was a great show. Night 1 and night 2 crowd wise was night and day. Yeah. I feel like night 1 get a little leeway because people was cold and all that happened, man. But Philadelphia, man, y'all showed out night 2, man. The crowd was pumped. Crazy. Like, if night 2 alone was a standalone WrestleMania, bro, oh my God. Night 2 was like the perfect show. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too little, it was just enough. And the main event was overbooked to death, but I loved every second of it. It was really overbooked.
I think this, I wouldn't even say it was overbooked. I would say it was booked perfectly. Yeah. I wouldn't say it was overbooked. The Roman, like, can't get the fact that Seth did what he did in the match.
Isn't that so crazy? Like, the thing that made him who he is
what Seth Rollins did. Yeah. It's like Seth Rollins created this monster that
and it costed him the championship.
And it cost him the championship.
I'm hoping they play into that. Like, going forward with his storyline, I hope they play into that part a little bit more. So first things first, like, congratulations to Cody. Overall, the whole Mania thing was good. I enjoyed Logan Paul, man. IShowSpeed showed up. The Mania in general was just really, really good. I had fun watching it. But like I was telling y'all weeks before, a lot of y'all wanted Roman to retain. A few of y'all wanted Cody to retain. But what I was trying to tell y'all about, when Roman finally dropped the belt, it unlocks so much more for Roman to do when he gets back from his break. The downfall and the crumbling of the bloodline story has potential to be even better than his title reign if you really sit and think about it. Like we were just saying, the thing about Seth saying he'll beat Cody's Shield and the fact that Roman chose to hit Seth with the chair over Cody because he couldn't let go of what happened in 2014 when Seth broke up the Shield. That's perfect storytelling. You got him to go against his whole family when he comes back, like a mental breakdown of him slowly realizing that if I'm not the tribal chief, ain't nobody gonna be the tribal chief. He could go that route. So overall thoughts about the entire weekend, I thought it was a pretty good show. There was a few matches that were like, to me.
The matches that was iffy was night 1. Like
night 1. Night 2 was night 2, there was no bad match.
How about say there night 1? I can't say
the energy was there.
Match, everything was great.
The energy was there. Like everybody was into it. Night 2 was a great night. Night 2 definitely overshadowed night 1 by far. Like it blew night 1 out of the water. I was like, the way night 1 went, I was like, it's like night 2. I know they did some crazy stuff. Night 2, so it was and I think everybody, by the time we got to night 2, everybody was just anticipating the big match. Rhea and Becky was good, but honestly, Io and Bayley was better, way better, in my opinion.
And then, then to kind of give Becky some slack, she was
they was sick, and Rhea was having panic attacks, which is fine. Like their match wasn't bad, it just wasn't better than Io's and Bayley's. And Drew, like the fact that he won and then CM Punk literally cost him the title. Damian Priest is the champion now. He cashed in. We had Snoop Dogg. Like I said, IShowSpeed earlier. The ladder match was really good.
The match with Bobby Lashley and the
Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament. That was good. We got a lot of like special moments.
Sammy and Gunther.
Sammy and Gunther was really good.
That was great.
It shocked me. I picked Gunther to win only because
I picked Sammy.
He did. He picked Sammy. I thought Gunther was gonna carry the title until later this year. But which is fine. Like it's no wrong. Like I felt like whether you were Team Chad Gable or Team Sammy, it was really no bad way to pick like who you wanted to win.
I think honestly that set up the match between Gable and Sammy, because you know if you watch the before Sammy went out, he said you owed him a favor.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna have a match, and we might even get a Gable heel turn.
Yeah, I think that's what might happen.
So I was happy. I felt like a kid, man. Wrestling has a funny when booked correctly and the storylines make sense and the payoff of storylines are good. You get to feel like a kid again and just enjoy the show. And that's what I felt. I hope y'all felt the same way. Some of y'all be too caught up in y'all fandom of a certain superstar, which I understand. Y'all don't want to see certain people win. I get that, but when you like me, you just enjoy the product. No matter who wins, if it's good storytelling, good storyline, It is what it is, man.
Then too, what makes it like we were saying earlier, bro. Like when you do stuff, you gotta make it make sense in order for it to be enjoyable. I just really want stop being a pro Roman fan right now. If he really was to retain the title, it wouldn't have made sense.
It wouldn't have made sense. I watched wrestling for years now. I'm old enough to understand how the business works. Like, you do right by people, you put the right people over at the right time. You don't keep people champion because you're used to them being champion. You don't keep people losing if they're getting hot. It's not the Vince McMahon era. And WrestleMania 40 put the staple on that, bro. Yeah. We are officially in the Paul Levesque era. Yep. I'm excited for things to come. I'm really getting back into wrestling again like I was when I was a kid. Yeah, man. And to be quite honest with you, I'm trying to let the recency bias die off. But WrestleMania 40 might be in my top 5 WrestleManias of all time already.
Yeah, I still got my top 5 is still locked in. But yeah,
I'll come back to this conversation with myself maybe a few weeks from now, or maybe later in the year. Sit in for a minute. You're not gonna find many better WrestleManias than 40, especially. Forget night 1. You could put night 2 by itself. You could put night 2 card up against plenty of manias. Yeah. Night 2 to me goes up there with the 17s, with the 21s, with the 20s. Yeah. Night 2 of WrestleMania 40 is up there.
The storytelling of night 2 of all the matches was just great. It was.
I will argue with a lot of people about what I just watched. Like, I'm telling you, recency bias wise, and I've watched a lot of wrestling in my young 22, about to be 23 years on Earth. Yeah. WrestleMania 40, if not in y'all top 5, it gotta be in your top 10.
At least top 10.
It gotta be in your top 10.
It can't be lower than 10, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah, so overall, man, we are now in the Paul Levesque era, man.
My favorite wrestler of all time, man, Triple H, man.
He knows what he's doing. He understands the business, so I think everybody should just give him a chance. And like what everybody's saying, let him cook. He's not going to get every decision right. So y'all gonna be like, and try to nitpick when stuff don't go your way. Okay, that's cool. But I guarantee you, this style of wrestling we're about to get is gonna be way better than what we got with the last 6-7 years of Vince in charge.
Yeah. Look at what he built in just these last 2-3 years by himself. Like, it's already been way better than the 6-7 years that Vince was doing his crap. So it's like,
WrestleMania 40 was one for the books, man. I'm glad Cody got his moment. That was the biggest thing out of it. It was the whole like preface of WrestleMania 40 was finish the story. I'm just excited to see what he does. With Triple H in charge, I'm honestly not worried about him being booked. Thing is, fans turn on face champions fast, but if you give him good rivalries, good stories, and you know how to convey them, you know, he can keep the title. I don't expect to see a Roman Reigns like title reign, as we shouldn't. We should never see that again in our lifetime, ever. We don't need a champion that long. And I'm a Cody Rhodes guy. I don't want to see him hold the title for 4 years. When it's time for him to put somebody over, he should do the deed, or he should lose in a way where he loses it, gets it back, that type of thing. So yeah, man, y'all let us know what y'all think or thought about WrestleMania 40. Raw happened tonight. It was pretty good. Maybe we'll discuss that later if y'all want us to, but y'all let us know what y'all thought about WrestleMania 40, man. We honestly enjoyed the show. It felt like being a kid again, just watching good old-fashioned wrestling, man.
I'm watching it again.
Yeah, I'm definitely, especially Cody's match. I'm
rewatching that whole thing again.
I don't blame you, bro. But like and subscribe if y'all new. Leave a comment too. We gonna see y'all in the next one. Like night 2, bro. I'll put that mania up against the greatest. Yeah, that was a good mania.
That was great.